Hey guys! So it's been a while since I've made a video. I know. I've been making little shorts here and there. My life's been a bit busy for many reasons. I'm not really gonna get into that, but I wanted to make a video about manifesting a specific person. And obviously specific people are very easy to manifest. A bit too easy in some regards, but if my hair is a little bit crazy, you can blame my SP for that. So, right, a specific person. There was actually a method that I started doing, and I didn't get far manifesting my specific person, literally at all, doing most methods that people talk about. Subliminals, I'd get something here and there, not really much. And this is just me, okay? I'm just gonna explain it from my perspective, okay? So, as far as manifesting my SP, I started doing something very different. So, you know, I'm a writer, you know, I love to write, you know, I love to, you know, use words to get what I want. So I started scripting, you know, that's what I started doing relatively early in my, you know, manifestation journey. But a lot of the things I would script, like, I would feel like it wasn't real. I would feel like I was, like, you know, writing, like, fan fiction or something, because, you know, I'm a specific person is a celebrity. I felt like I was writing fan fiction most of the time. I'm just like, this doesn't feel very real to me. It feels like a fangirl kind of fantasy type of thing. So that's kind of the problem that I kept running into. I'm just like, I love scripting. I love saying just affirmations, like thinking affirmations has really helped me a lot as well, manifest many other things into my life. But what happened was that I got an idea. I don't know if anyone's talked about this. Everybody talks about scripting, affirming, you know, thinking from the end, living in the end. I've never heard anyone say it like this, and I want to tell you guys this in case you're having issues manifesting your SP or anything in general, really. This is more specifically for SP. I don't know if this could work for other things because it's kind of, I guess it could, just for self-concept in general. I did not do enough self-concept when I started on this journey. I was avoiding it like the plague. I did not care about it. I did not want it. You could guess that that was the reason why my specific person did not manifest. So, at least in the way that I wanted it to. So, right, I started doing this method I'm about to tell you about, and I kid you not, overnight, things were different. Very different. So, it's like I shifted realities in record time than I had ever before. It really does work. So, what is this method? I'm calling it, because I have never heard anyone talk about this. I'm sure someone maybe has heard of this, or maybe has, like, come up with this before. All the people I watch haven't talked about it, so I'm gonna talk about it because I don't know, I haven't seen it anywhere. Love letter method. I started writing love letters to myself as my specific person, because, you know, my specific person is also my twin flame. I believe in all that, but also, you know, it's my reality. So if I say he's my twin flame, then he is. Just is what it is, like, you know. So yeah, but twin flame, whether you look at it from a spiritual kind of twin flame standpoint, or you look at it from a, you know, Neville Goddard, everyone is you pushed out standpoint, they both make sense. And so those are both present facts in my reality, at least. So your twin flame is never separate from you. That's what we learn in a lot of, when you go through the spiritual journey, you know, your twin flame is never separate from you. And also in Neville and manifesting in general, what they talk about, nothing is outside of you. Everything comes from within. So if this is kind of going into a little bit more specifically, but I wanted to make this video because I just feel pulled to do it, and I'm looking super cute today. Oh, you noticed? But yeah, so when it comes to manifesting a specific person, the number one most important thing is that they are not outside of you. No one is outside of you. Nothing is outside of you. If you can imagine it, you can have it. If you can become aware of a reality, because that's what you're doing. When you're desiring something, you become aware of a reality in which you have it. So if you can desire it, that means it's yours. Plain and simple, right? But sometimes it's not that easy for people because they have like, I know for me for a while, I was like double-minded about a lot of things. I was double-minded. I was, you know, going back and forth. And obviously, where does that come from? It comes from a lack of self-confidence. It comes from a lack of faith in yourself, in your manifestation abilities. So how do you fix that? You put yourself on the pedestal. And how do you put yourself on the pedestal and take SP off the pedestal? You become your SP. That's what you do. You start seeing them as a human, as a person. And especially, specifically, if y'all are trying to manifest a celebrity, this is what I would recommend. You start seeing them as a person. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna get a little gross in a minute, but it needs to be said. It needs to be said. Your SP farts just like you do. Your SP poops just like you do. It's nasty, it's gross. Your SP has definitely, you know, been sick before. Your SP has had, you know, moments in life that it hasn't always been perfect. So for you to think that they are a perfect person, or that they are, and this is specifically for all of you that are manifesting a celebrity, this is literally what I had to go through, so I'm just giving a little bit of tough love here. For you to think that their life is so easy, that it's so perfect, that what they show you on social media or what you see on TV or online or wherever you're consuming your media of whatever your specific person, whatever you're seeing, it's not. It's not. That's not reality. You're only seeing one little thing they decide to show you, or even that gets leaked or whatever, you know what I mean? You're not seeing the full picture. You're not seeing them as a full person. And you have to become your SP. That's how you manifest them. And what do I mean by that? I mean, think about all the things that you love about your SP. Why do you want to manifest them? Why do you want to be with them? Because you have all those same qualities as well. It might not be as, like, you know, obvious to you. It might not be as clear to you, but you are not separate from them, especially if it is your twin flame, or especially if you believe that if you really want this person, why do you want them so bad? That answer is going to become your affirmation for your self-concept. So I'll use myself as an example. I wanted my SP because I am in love with him, right? Why am I in love with him? Because he's so sweet. He's a good person. He makes me feel fulfilled in ways that no one else can fulfill me, right? Then you say, I am fulfilled because I fulfill myself, because me and my SP makes me feel this way because that feeling is coming from me. Does it make sense? You're projecting a story onto this person that makes them seem so perfect, so ideal, so unblemished. You have to start seeing yourself that way. You have to see yourself in that light for your SP to reflect that back to you. Because right now it's only going in one direction, you to your SP. And they feel that, and then energetically they're kind of not noticing you, or they're not noticing what makes you special, or if they act like they do, but then they're not acting the way you want them to, which is why you're watching this video, right? So what I started doing is that I mentally, so one of my psychic abilities that everybody has, let's just say that everybody has this psychic abilities. It really just depends on what you're willing to kind of practice, cultivate, kind of what you resonate with, basically. But my channel is a little bit spiritual, so that's why I'm talking in this type of way, because I know some of you watch tarot, some of you like tarot, or manifesting in general, so I just kind of trying to explain it in that way, so that hopefully it's easier to understand. I started channeling my specific person from the perspective of the person, how I want him to be. So, how do I want him to view me? Okay, how I want him to feel about me. I started channeling that energy, and I meditated on it, and I did this for a while. I started off, and this is what I mean, like, it was trial and error. I started off doing that Neville Goddard thing where you revise your day at the end of the day, and I did this for months, every single day. I revised every single day, as if I spent my day with my specific person, and nothing changed. It didn't work. It didn't work for me. What would happen was that I would say that he would do something, and then he would do that thing, but not in the way that I had written for him to do it. So, for example, he would say something strangely specific in a live stream to his fans. And it's strangely specific. It's not, you guys are awesome, or I love you. It's not that. It's something specific that he has never said before, that he never has said before. He said it to his fans. The thing about manifesting a celebrity is that when you consume their content, it's going to be pretty easy for the universe to put in front of you anything that you intend. Anything that you intend. And that's what was happening to me. I would write these journal diary entries from my perspective of how my date went with my SP. And then within probably like a few days, a week, whatever he said in that diary entry that I said he said to me, he would say to his fans in a live stream or in an interview or something like that. And I'm like, I created that, but that's not what I meant. And I got really tripped up on that for a while. So what did I do? I stopped doing that method because it obviously, for me, like I felt like it would have worked by now if it was gonna work. And it did work, but not the way that I intended for it to. So what happened? I was still viewing him from the 3D perspective, for one. That was a problem. So what did I start doing? I started writing these love letters. And so basically you write a love letter to yourself from the perspective of your SP that loves you. So it's basically just gassing yourself up. It's a self-concept thing. It's gassing yourself up, but I promise you, when you do this, you literally evoke the feeling of love. You evoke the feeling of unconditional love. You evoke the feeling of desire. You evoke the feeling of longing, devotion. It's that type of thing. So my intention from the beginning was always for us to be married, happily married in a fulfilling and like wholesome, sweet, devoted relationship, marriage. That's what I want with my SP. That was always the intention. And so I wrote from that perspective of my SP. So I started writing these love letters to myself whenever I would feel any type of way. It doesn't matter if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling good. Emotions don't manifest. What does is what you tell yourself constantly, all the time. And so I would have one affirmation that I repeat to myself every day. And I actually have it here. I put it, I put it on a sticky note and stuck it to my desk so I see it every day. And I'll show you. Hold on, I gotta cover my SP's name right. Oh God, how am I gonna do this? Okay. So I wrote, his name is so devoted to me, with a bunch of little roses, because I'm a doodler, I doodle. But yeah, so, and I just like keep that by my desk to remind myself every day, yeah. He's devoted to me, no matter what. He is helplessly devoted to me. And so that is the affirmation, one affirmation that I repeat throughout the day. And then if I feel like it, right, this is only if you feel like it. I feel like it, then I think about him being my husband and what he would say in any given situation. Like, say you want them to like write you a message or something, then write that message to yourself. Like, write it like physically, or write it like in your notes app on your phone, whatever you feel like doing. Write it in a love letter. Like, what do you want your SP to tell you? Like, what do you want them to say? That they are sorry, that they love you, or whatever the story is, you know? So it's basically like I get random ideas all the time because I'm a writer, so that's kind of what I do. And I write things based on those ideas. So, and it's basically your mind giving you little glimpses of what your life will be like with this person. You have to be like, you have to just like pretend basically that that's happening now, because it is. If you're imagining it, if you're writing a scenario down, it's happening now. And for me, like, it's just really helped me live in the end. It's helped me to manifest him. It's helped me to pretty much be the version of me that has him. And so it's like, what it feels like when you're doing it right, you're not worried about what's going on. You're not worried about any 3D circumstance. You're not worried about anything that he could potentially be doing, because you know what he's doing. What is he doing? He's thinking about you because he's devoted to you. They, whatever, you know, take it as you will. I'm just saying from my perspective, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. The love letter method. So basically all you do is you write a love letter to yourself from your SP's point of view. So you say your name, right? Whatever your name is. So my SP would say, oh my God, Liana, I'm so in love with you. And here are all the reasons why I love you. And also, you know, you can get specific. You can literally do anything. Like whatever you want them to say, whatever you want to hear from them, whatever you desire to happen with them, just write it from the perspective of them saying all these things to you. Because what do we know? When you want something, it wants you. The only reason you want your SP is because they want you. That's why you're aware of that reality. It didn't come from you, it came from them. Right? Everything happens through you, but it didn't have to come from you. It came from them. Because it's just easier that way. Like, it's easier to feel like I don't have to do anything. And honestly, my SP puts me in that feminine energy. It makes me feel safe enough that I don't have to take any action. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to chase him. I don't have to pine over him or anything. Like, that's just the way he makes me feel. And like, you know, you should feel that way when you are, you know, especially like as a feminine, like you should be able to feel safe enough to be your feminine energy with your person, you know. And he really puts me in my feminine. So that's another thing. You want to like feel safe with that person. You want to make sure that you're evoking a feeling of safety, a feeling of like home, you know. So yeah. Love letter method, try it out, let me know how it works. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. I gave a brief kind of overview of like what my story was and it didn't work, and then what did work. And yeah, the love letter method for me is the easiest one, because this is the one I've seen the most movement. This is the one that I've actually manifested him. Yeah, so I'm going to go now. And don't forget, support lovely Jungkook right here, okay? And right here, I don't know where. make sure that you keep streaming 7 because it just came out and we're all excited about it. So yeah, yeah, that's all I have to say. So make sure that you are streaming 7, make sure you're supporting Jungkook, and yeah, let me know how this works for you. Let me know if your SP starts showing up right, and I'm gonna get going now.